had CEOs of medical organizations, we had doctors looking at it, and they said, wait a minute, this could actually help me. And they called us and said, well, what if we started to use this to consume everything that we know about cancer? Could it help a doctor make a diagnosis faster? Why does that matter? Right? What does speed matter? Well, the earlier a cancer is correctly diagnosed, the survival rate goes up dramatically. Less than 50% of first diagnoses are correct. All right. So this is the problem that they saw. If they could make diagnosis faster and more accurate, they could save more lives and at the same time do it for less cost. All right, and we all know we have a healthcare cost issue. Right, so if you could actually become more accurate for less cost, you solve both problems at the same time. That's why the light bulb kind of went off for many of those in the medical profession when they saw the technology. Now we're in the very, very early stages of this. We are actually using it in 2 trials right now. One, we're working with one of the big medical insurers on trying to speed up treatment authorizations. Right, the way that treatment authorizations happen at a big insurance company are they have 1,500 nurses and 300 doctors that sit there all day long and read applications from doctors' offices to treat a patient in a certain way to prove that it's going to be covered by the insurance. Right? That's a waste of 1,500 nurses and 300 doctors. Right? And on top of that, they approve 90% of everything that comes in. So what if you could automate that 90% positive approval? You would never put a machine in place to give a negative authorization. But what if you could, confidently authorize 90% of the treatments? Right? Treatments would happen much faster, right? Diagnosis would be done quicker, and costs would go down dramatically, right? So that's one of the use cases. That was the very first one we started working on because it was the simplest one, right? Because we could pick specific treatments and specific diseases, and we could go disease by disease by disease and treatment by treatment by treatment so that we could get very confident. And we've been live with working side by side with nurses for about a year now. So a year after the game show was played, we were already starting to be live. The second thing we started to work on was oncology. And the reason oncology is important is because it's one of the areas where medical research is progressing the fastest, which means there's a massive amount of information being generated every